Hello and welcome to episode 12, A Tip of the Spear. I know it's episode 12, but there's a part of me that's like, I gotta double check. It's like, no, I know what it is. Um, yes, I am your GM. I think that I should just look up. I'm your person. Lavender Gardens.
The Queen of Improv.
The Queen of Improv herself, yes. And welcome to our Lancer actual play. I'll go ahead and introduce the cast. So go ahead and say hi and introduce your character. So let's start with Cypher or Renji.
Yes, hello, yes, I'm Cypher and I play Galahad, the robot.
Heck yeah.
Question mark.
Question mark. Oh. Next we have Skip Skipperson.
Hi, I'm Skip, and I'm playing Jason Lancaster. How you doing? Hopefully good this time. Been out of action a little bit, but we'll see.
We'll see. And then we have Virelli Blue.
And really blue, I'm playing Afia Sakawe. She is a rogue android operative, a Quaztech. And well, it's gonna be fun.
It will be fun. Then we have Sumi Viti.
Hi, I'm Zumi. I'm playing Heidi, woman at a time, with an NHP in her head. And we could say that she's reached a new level of hot last session.
So true. Okay, and then finally we have Knifefuwu.
Hi, my name is Knifefuwu, and I'm playing Son Dorian.
Okay. So speaking of things getting a little hot last session, what happened?
Well, we had an escort mission. And well, it went okay until it didn't. The Lycan frame that Heidi pilots, Heidi and Ghost, I should say, it kind of got shit rocked in the process. Apparently, Heidi has what I can only assume is self-immolation or combustion. Spontaneous combustion. That's the word. That's the phrase. And she's kind of overheating more than in my PC. I want to say also Fia and Heidi prior to this had a really interesting conversation. That's kind of about like a lot of things. I just kind of wanted to say that. Other than that, that's kind of it. It was mostly combat.
Yeah, let's get, unless anyone has any questions or anything they want to add on.
Let's get moving.
Okay. So yeah, we'll start where we left off. Heidi is getting rushed to the med bay. Victoria has been has her hooked up to the systems and is running a scan. Who all is in the med bay right now?
Afia is still out there in space.
You're still out in space. That's true. Heidi is, of course, there. Is anyone else? I think Sorn brought Heidi there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorn.
I think in the moment, Sorn will have to talk to later. We'll probably have to talk to Dutch and inspect Heidi's frame.
You guys left out in space, by the way.
Oh, we didn't tow it. We just fucking
no,
left
you never said that.
You left it.
You grabbed Heidi and you ran.
Damn. Okay, maybe I'll tow her. Maybe I'll get her ship back.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay, maybe I'll grab the boys and we'll go and get the thing back.
Okay.
Boys trip.
Boys trip.
That'll be a good way to get them in the scene too. So
Yeah, let's say also that I know I wasn't here last week, but a bunch of my my missile launchers were taken out last combat,
So,
and I think it makes sense to be like they just got fixed.
yeah.
Like I'm now like same day was down.
Yeah.
And is now available. So
That makes sense to me.
okay.
I'm gonna say while I'm trying to think where this is. While Heidi's being brought there, Galahad is in the med bay.
He's knocked out, and a bunch of cables are connected to his parts of his body. Head, chest, arms, everything.
Okay. Is that all you wanna put out there?
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
just laying there.
Galahad's hooked up to some machinery. So yeah, Heidi gets brought in, hooked up as well. Was someone about to say something?
No, I forgot to add that the computer next to him just has like random scribbles of text, like just moving about.
Okay. Is Heidi still unconscious?
Heidi herself is unconscious. However, since I'm assuming they've quickly scanned over her,
Yes.
they would see that the cable that comes off of her wrist, like her suit, is hanging out. So I don't know if somebody wants to try to put a data pad in her hand.
Okay. I think Victoria's smart enough to do that. And is familiar with the whole situation with Ghost, so she will go and do that.
Ghost is semi-active in a very bare bones sense. Heidi is basically out of commission for the time being.
Okay. Is Ghost saying anything, or is Ghost just...
Across the screen is just like, so because of everything going on in her right now, the screen it's just currently running diagnostics, and it actually flickers almost independently from the actual data pad.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, since no one's conscious in this besides Victoria, she's doing doctor stuff. So let's cut into Soren and the boy, Jason. So this is the hangar. Soren, you rush into the hangar, right? Jason, you got same day up and running finally.
Yeah. So when I saw you guys, I saw all you come back in a rush. What can I do? How can I help? I just got same day up and running. She's finally spaceworthy.
Jason, get in the robot. We've got to retrieve the lichen.
You got it.
Okay.
Let's go.
You have no crying from me.
Okay, so you head out into space. Afaya, you're still in space.
I'm still in space.
Afaya's still in space. I didn't mean to show everybody this lovely picture of Soren, but here you go.
Yippee!
Yippee.
Thank you. That's the best jump scare.
Yes, I just clicked when I was trying to move the window. Okay. So Soren
The
and Jason in their respective frames, Friendship Without Committing and Same Day Delivery, go up to grab the lichen, Sudden Intervention. And what is Faya doing in her frame, Hopscotch?
I am actually. Well, let's say this is like before they actually get out there.
Okay.
I would say like Hopscotch and Fire are like standing like on an asteroid, and I would say Afaya probably has like a communications link like with the freighter being escorted.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she would want to basically just communicate and like, hey, is everyone okay? Is systems nominal?
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. This is the navigator of the free flight. Thanks for coming to our aid. Everything's good. Systems are okay. Didn't take any damage. You guys got here in the nick of time.
That pleases me. How far is your destination from now?
It's only 2 jumps away.
Understood. I will report back to my directing officer. We will be following you closely.
That sounds good to me.
Bon voyage.
Take care. Over and out. Okay. You're checking with the crew. And then, yeah, Soren and Jason will then get sudden intervention all I'm trying to think of what they're called. It's like the towing cable, right?
Yeah.
Is it just
Mhm.
called a towing cable? Does it have a fancy name?
I think the
imagine it's
fancy
like
one is from the Lancaster.
Yeah, okay. You just have a towing cable and you just you know, get that
I
going.
feel like a Phi will be like shortly behind.
Okay. So yeah, you get sudden intervention into the Sermon on High, and does anyone take a look inside the cockpit?
I think I will.
Okay. So you remember seeing this when you pulled Heidi out, but you see all the screens are flashing invalid permissions, invalid permissions. Access denied, access denied. Invalid license.
Ooh. Can I make
Mm-hmm.
a investigation roll?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to check, like, I want to see if this lichen even has like a black box, just to see
Okay.
what happened inside.
Yeah. Ten. 10 is enough. Okay. You see that there is at the moment that the lichen went down, there is a transmission to it. And it's something that is encrypted. You're not sure what it is, like what the actual thing is saying. But you do see a log there that says terminating license. And then there's a recording of Heidi screaming.
Can I see if the Lycan has a AI in the ship?
You know that this one doesn't. You don't even need to roll.
It doesn't?
You know
Okay.
specifically it doesn't because the assumption is that Ghost is that NHP.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I also want to see if the ship if the ship has like a self-destruct mechanism inside of it.
Thankfully no.
Okay.
Thankfully no.
Oof.
Yeah.
I think after that investigation, over the comms, Sorn is going to contact both Jason and Defire.
Okay.
Group call. Good work holding the line out there, Fire. Jason is out there with us. He may join you.
I simply did what was most efficient.
Efficient.
Sorry, go ahead.
Efficient indeed.
Old timer, you want me to stay out, or do you want me to haul back the Lycan? I'm a same day as a big bot, so that's up to you.
I will need to investigate this Lycan. Do join a fire in the rest of the escort mission, please.
Okay, you got it. And Jason will start heading towards the convoy.
Okay. Okay. So then, will you be this is to Sorn. Will you be taking the sun intervention to the hangar now?
I'll be taking it to the hangar, and I'll probably be getting Lucy to investigate, because if as a character, Sorn doesn't know if this thing is even safe to fly.
It's it's unflyable
anymore.
right now because of the
it
doesn't have a license.
So I think like if Lucy can find a connection between this frame and Heidi's and Ghost's state, I think that's the goal for Sorn.
Okay. Yeah, Lucy will start looking into that. That will take her some time.
Dutch.
You're gonna see Dutch?
Yeah, I'm gonna see Dutch.
Okay. Yeah, you can find him. He's on the bridge right now.
Dutch, we have a casualty.
I'm aware, yeah.
The Lycan is unflyable. We've just brought it back.
Any word if Lucy can get it patched up?
I'm sure she can.
What happened out there?
She hands over the like black box data on a pad and replays it. Standard escort mission. can't verify if the ship self-combusted or if it was enemy damage.
A license terminating. That's... I didn't even know licenses could self-terminate like this.
From Horus?
He shakes his head. I don't like it.
That's why I brought the ship back.
Yeah. If we can't figure out this license situation, it's as good as junk metal.
I see.
A ring comes from... I imagine there's like a phone on the wall. So Dutch
Yeah.
goes to it and grabs it. He's like, Dutch speaking. Oh, Victoria, let me put you on speaker. I'm here with Soren. And then like Jean's like, I'm here too. And of course Jean's here too, because she's flying the ship. Victoria's like, Dutch, Soren, we have a situation. Damn it! I'm sorry for the jump scare again. I keep trying to, because here's the thing: Soren's picture is skinnier than all the others. So my usual spot where I grab on the thing is where the show player button is.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're showing the audience what it's like to be Jason day after day, expecting the shank. Just Soren, no, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't... Whatever's happening with Heidi isn't natural. It's something to do with the implants and with Ghost. I don't quite... Listen, I'm not an expert on all this, but... Well, that station that we're escorting our contract to, I know someone there. I think she can help. Dutch speaks up. He's like, he nods. He's like, that's good. We'll make haste. We'll get everything. Yeah, we'll get everything locked down and get ready for blank space right away. Soren, I'm going to make an executive decision when we get to that station. We're scrapping sudden intervention. I don't like it. This Horus frame self-terminating. We'll grab the data. We'll grab the black box out of it. But the frame itself, it's unflyable. There's no way. I mean, Lucy can't even crack a license. That's a Horus license. It's as good as dead. We're going to need to find a new frame. I'm going to need your expertise on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Jason and Afia finishing off the escort mission.
Fair. Yeah, have with them dock on the free flight, and we'll meet them at the station, just in case. The free flight has a Genesis engine. They're a little bit faster than us. If they get attacked away again, I'd rather have some support with them.
I think so nods.
Okay.
And she's just messaging them both.
Okay.
To do that.
I mean, easy enough, right?
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you two will dock in the hangar of the free flight. They have some Everest on there. but like their pilots were scrambling during the attack to even get ready. Like they are not prepared like you guys were. And they don't have any special frames for all Everest. You can tell just by looking at them, they're all kind of green. They're not used to fighting. They're like a, you know, this is a trucker kind of ship, right? Like they have Everest for security, but like
Yeah,
they
the
don't see a lot.
convoy.
Yeah, they don't see a lot of combat, so they kind of freaked out. So you two get ready. The free flight gets ready and it starts jumping into blink space. The storm on high will follow soon after. Victoria then radios, "Oh, we got a second problem. It's Galahad. He's, I guess, inoperable is the best way to describe him. It's like he's, I don't know, sleeping? Hibernating? I don't know. He also told me some stuff, but Dutch, I think this might be something we go over in private." Dutch, it's like, "Understood. We can meet me in my office. Uh, well, Soren, the ship's yours. I leave command with you."
Thanks.
Okay. So yeah, Sermon High meets up. The two blinks to the station. You're relatively close. Um, it takes like 2 hours, give or take. Um, so yeah, you get there. Afaya and Jason, you have been waiting there for a little bit. You got there like half an hour earlier than the Sermon on High. So you've probably just been waiting in the, it's like the passenger terminal. You got your
Yeah,
frames offloaded and then put into a frame storage
parking
thing.
space.
Yeah, cargo space. They'll load them back on. They're like, yeah, we'll load them onto the ship when the ship gets here. And yeah, what does Jason and Faya do to pass the time? You got half an hour before the Sermon on High gets here.
I guess I'm gonna try to take a fight to go get a bite to eat and just say, so what happened? Like I missed. I know I was listening on comms, but like what happened during that fight?
Well, I will be completely honest. I don't really know. I was not paying attention to that part of the battlefield. I had a sector lockdown. Heidi and Ghost had the rest. I just remember Soren. Well, we both heard the screams. But I made the call for Soren to go retrieve Heidi and bring her to the ship.
Holy shit! Well, I hope she pulls through. Like that looked like a pretty bad burn. Uh, I've heard of pilots getting out of worse, so hope things go okay.
I
Are you
know
holding
not
up?
me. Well, I know not of Heidi's current condition, however. since the recent ordeal, I feel in this moment fine.
Well, I guess that's the best we got. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry for just feeling like I was just sitting there. I felt like I was just sitting there kicking rocks, sweating and waiting for you guys to come back. But I mean, yeah, like I'm good for one thing. I shoot missiles, so like I don't have any missiles going on. Like, what's the point?
This is why it's often wise to prepare in advance for any occasion where you think you may need it, even when you don't think you may actually need it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but like, yeah, no, you're right.
Okay, what food place do you two go to? Is it like a fast food place, fast casual, a street vendor?
Yeah, let's say it's a burger place called Slammers.
Slammers.
Ooh.
I see.
Uh-huh.
I see.
I know. You see.
Yeah, we love slammers.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. A little nod. Okay. Those in the know, no.
I know.
Okay. World's best burger place, Slammers. Don't come for us, CIG. Um,
It's legally distinct.
legally distinct.
I picked a different letter. It means something entirely different.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you get your burgers, you have your talk. It's from on Highlands. Victoria immediately takes Heidi in like a special enclosed it's like a gurney that's like encased. And she just takes Heidi off the ship immediately and just starts heading to her contact. She's taking you to the station's hospital because there is one Gloria Sanchez, doctor. I should give her her proper respect. She went to med school for a reason. Dr. Gloria Sanchez. So you're getting taken there to get some expert help. Is Zafai and Jason, are they going to meet the crew? Are they like, hey, this is their location, meet us here, or are you going to go back to the ship?
I think Afaya's going to go back to the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to meet up with the crew and see what's going on.
Okay. So yeah, everyone meets back up. You're in the hangar of the space station. Dutch is there. Everyone's there. Dutch is like, well, first of all, good job on the mission. I know things went south. I never thought. We don't know what's happening with Heidi, but we have a medical expert here. Victoria knows somebody. Get her looked at. Hopefully help her out. Me and Soren are going to be taking sudden intervention. Quite honestly, we're selling it. It's scrapped. We can repair it, but without a license, it's unpilotable. And it's Horus. I'll be honest. I don't trust. I know some of you have some Horus tech, but it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't having it self-terminate like that from an unknown sender, I don't like it. But yeah, so me and Frame are gonna look for a frame to pick up. Everyone else, it's shore leave. Take some time to relax. Oh, I guess there's another issue. Galahad is out of commission. I don't know what happened to him. We're looking into that as well. Lucy's already trying to figure out if he'll be okay and operational. But yeah, try and unwind. Try and spend some time. Castiello Station is a pretty popular destination. A lot of sights to see. You just try and unwind.
I would like to assist in scrapping the sudden intervention. I would like to study these porous tech and try to pull it apart myself.
Well, we
I
are.
also feel that you mentioned the self-termination. I would not be surprised if Quaztech also learned a few things from Horus as a whole.
Would make sense. We do have its black box and its data we've removed. You can study that if you want, or you can come with us. We are going to be, again, selling it. Try and get some profit out of it.
Fire, when you do that, can I peek over your shoulder? I don't know why this stuff likes me, but I can't. It always reminds me of my Gramps. So, do you mind if I join you?
I do not mind at all, and actually encourage you accompany me in this endeavor.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so, couple things. First off, Cypher, anytime you want, you can let Galahad come operational. Otherwise, Galahad's gonna be in hibernation. So, just you can interrupt any scene you want. I'm giving you that power. So self-activate.
Okay.
But I'll let you chill as you. Galahad's going through some stuff. Smile. Okay. Also, if at any point you want to roleplay what's exactly happening to Galahad right now, go for it, because I know you're cooking. Another thing is, between Blue and Skip, I like one of you to roll a d20, and then Knife roll a d20. We're going to see who's going to do their scene first.
I got a 17.
17. Well, Knife has a 20, so...
You win.
Okay. So, Appai and Jason will be disassembling and looking at the thing, but while that's happening, Soren is going with Dutch to find a frame seller here. As you're heading through, Dutch is like, I have a contact here. I know a guy here.
You know a guy that knows a guy?
No,
Or is
I
it
know
just
the guy
one
directly.
guy?
It's just one guy.
Good.
Yeah. Steve Bjorner. Good
As a
old
player,
yes.
just asking, how much would Sword know about Horus as a spec op?
You would know
Someone that was
Horus frames. So unlike the other frame companies, which are like actual legit corporations, Horus isn't. It's everything is kind of just out there on like the deep web. They're not even standardized. They're just, as long as the frame does blank, it's considered that model. But there's no standardized model like, say, the mail marks by like SSC are standardized. Horus is not. It's kind of like a bunch of hackers, activists. We don't really know who the fuck is in charge of Horus. Some people think it's a rogue AI. Some people think it's a shadow government. No one truly knows what's up with that. But shady, and you can't just go and buy a license. It has to seek you out.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna say to Dutch. I'm just speculating here. Do you think Horus terminated her license?
I mean, more than likely. It could have been something that if the frame ever gets shot down, it sends a signal to self-terminate.
This tech is quite experimental.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Horus and that Heidi and Ghost belong to Horus.
All signs point to yes on that.
I think Horus would be upset with us for reselling their tech.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I'm okay with making them upset.
Bless. I think as she's walking, she's like taking some pills and injecting something into her neck.
Okay. You doing okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I'm doing quite fine. The others that I'm worried about. What's the deal with Galahad?
Wish I knew. Well. Okay, I know some stuff, but I don't. He had a nightmare, and then he
A
passed out. He
nightmare.
told Victoria about it, and then he passed out. I'm still processing it all. I guess the short of it is, well, you know that those two scientists that made him, they lost their son. I think they did more than just try and make a replacement.
What does that even mean?
I think they tried to bring their son back somehow. I'm not. Listen, I'm not the best at understanding all this technological babble, but what I do know is that I think Galahad's soul is at jeopardy. When you have two things fighting, when you have a human and machine at odds, and both trying to take over, it's gonna cause turmoil on your spirit. I think that's what's happening to Galahad right now.
So you're telling me that he's some type of chimera a homunculus of some kind.
I mean, that's one way to describe him.
So his connection to nature and mortality has forever been interfered with,
Yeah,
like the others.
like the others. Aren't we a regular crew right there?
You sure know how to pick them.
Must be fate.
Where is this guy?
Let's see here.
Our contact.
Section H, block 37. Here we go. Okay. Speedy saves. So you enter. It looks like a used car, kind of like store, right? And you see like this guy wearing like this like really ill-fitting suit. He has shades on. He's starting to bald a bit. He looks really sleazy. Like if you can picture the sleaziest guy you know, make him sleazier,
Yeah.
and that's this guy. And he's like, Dutch, heard you be calling in. So what can I do you for? Looking to turn in some scrap, get a frame. You know how it is in the old mercenary line of work. Yeah, can't say I miss it. Think I found my true calling here. And who's this lovely beaut?
I think she raises I think she raises a brow and forces like a smile, but it's more like a she forces a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Sorn, nice meeting you.
Pleasure. You also one of Dutch's old war buddies?
No,
How'd you two meet?
at a bar.
Classic Dutch. Classic Dutch. You know,
Yes, he's quite the charmer, isn't
quite the
he?
charmer.
She's playing into like the greasiness.
Yeah.
His greasiness.
You know, me and Dutch are old war buddies. We go way back. I was on the front lines, and Dutch's like, you were in the communications array. Yeah, the front lines.
On the front lines, you say, yes.
Yeah, I was there. I saw action. You heard action. It's the same. Listen. Without my support, you'd be dead. That much is true.
Would be
actually.
dead.
That much actually
True.
is true. You do need a good communications network.
So you were the ears.
I was.
Correct.
I was. Heard it all.
Wonderful.
Now, where are we looking at? What kind of manufacturer are we looking at? What do we want? Well, I'll be honest, funds are tight. What do you have that's cheap? Oh, come on, Dutch. Don't give me that. I mean, you want the best for yours, right? I do. I got premium. Gilgamesh. Beautiful.
Can I investigate
Yeah,
if he's
sure.
lying?
Yeah. Oh, he's telling you the straight truth. Nothing but the truth. With that 4.
That for. I think she's nodding.
Mm-hmm. We got premium
it.
Gilgamesh. You know what's great about the Gilgamesh frames? They're
What?
they're real good to reload. They got modular construction, easy to make in-field repairs. And Dutch like that is pretty good. How much is it? Oh, he hands him over like a tablet with like the display, and you just see Dutch's eyes like he just like his eyebrows raised. He's like, "Woof, I'll be honest, Bjorner. That's I think out of our price range." Okay. Well, how about I got an emperor? We got an emperor. You know what's the great thing about emperors? I was hoping you do the thing again with the asking about that, miss. But okay, I'll just carry on. They got an integrated bow, straight energy.
Can I investigate if he's lying?
Sure.
With stay cool.
Yeah. Nine. He's telling you the straight truth, nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Okay. Well, what's the price on this one? Well, just turn the page. So like Dutch scrolls over on the tablet. He's like, got anything cheaper? We got an atlas. You know what's great about? Let's just cut the. How much is the atlas? It's just you can scroll through there. It's a catalog I gave you, my man. You can look through it yourself. Okay. We don't need the song and dance. It's like okay, fine. It's just He gives it to Soren. I have one arm. It's hard to scroll when you're holding a thing, right? I was like, that's
Yes,
on me.
of
That's on
course.
me. I should have. You know what? That's on me. That's on me. So you scroll through and you look at the atlas. The atlas is a little bit too expensive. You end up scrolling through all the frames. All the frames are too expensive. And Dutch is like, okay, even if we trade in the scrap, hey, a scrap's not a working frame, my man. You gotta sweeten the deal. Soren, you know that old clunker we have in the back?
Yes.
Practice dogma. Ugh. Practice dog. You're going to be selling your Tortuga? Oh my god.
Damn.
You sure you're not going to want that? You could use that. I don't know. Tortuga's. She needs some work. I don't know if she's combat ready. And honestly, I don't know if she wants to fly anymore. Okay. Well, if you trade into Tortuga, if you trade in the Practice Dogma, I could give you a huge discount. I mean, that thing belongs in a museum. I could make a real killing off it. Yeah. Well, what will you trade in for it?
What's the warranty?
I'm trying to think what's a car warranty? Like
It's like 5 years or something.
5 years, give or take. 5 galactic
mileage.
standard years. What's that?
Yeah, 5 years or mileage.
5 years of mileage, yeah.
Make it 10.
You know what? Deal. And I think this might bring back some memories. We got a Genghis for you. Yeah. But well, I saw some time in the Juniper Wars. A Mark 1? Are you kidding me? Those things are still around? Hey, listen, the old World Killer, hey, it does what it says on the tin. Now, you can take it, or you can leave it, but you know it's the best deal that you're gonna get. Okay? Mark 1 Genghis. I mean, they're old, but Harrison Armory makes Make good frames. Can we
That is
see it?
something known as reliable.
They are reliable, yeah. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah. Right this way. Right this way. As you can see, it's scores as premium as the day it was built. Yeah. What do you think, Zorn?
I wonder if this NHP ghost can fly it.
I'm hoping so. Oh, come on, come on. You got that Juggernaut reactor? Oh. If you want to see the world burn, this is a frame for you.
In the frame, as a player,
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of a description of what like the cockpit looks like?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like old and like analog looking. Like I know we're in like the super future with like screens and whatnot. There's like CRTVs here. It looks like 80s as fuck in here.
I mean, this might be good for Heidi to learn as well. She says that to Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch nods. Yeah, okay. We'll trade in a scrap. We'll trade in practice dogma. Perfect. I'll get the license set up your way.
Thank you.
So yeah,
So we got the warranty extended.
Yeah, you got the warranty extended. You do the paperwork, you leave, you get the keys to your new thing. I'll get delivered right to your hangar. Perfect. And I'll be picking up my goods as well. Yeah. So yeah, you two leave, and Dutch kind of turns to you, and he's just like, oh, can't believe the old girl's gone. But maybe it's for the best. I don't know why I was still holding on to that hunk of junk.
Think of it as a farewell to the old memories that you had.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Practice Dogma stopped working the day I met you.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think
That's kinda
nothing of it
funny.
because, well, I can't fly. And, I like to think maybe the day I met you, she realized you got someone that can protect you. I don't need to be here anymore. She gave up the ghost. Moved on.
Yes, this old dog does have your back. And then she like elbows him with her metal arm into his ribcage. Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
That's a little too hard. Check this out.
Yeah.
She pulls her arm forward and like activates the blade.
Oh my god.
I've got your back.
I'll be
It's what the
honest.
dogma wanted.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Exactly.
How long have you had this?
Couple of days now.
Couple of days. Okay, well. See, I'm on your short list of telling you when you get cool arm mods.
I wanted to keep it a surprise.
Okay.
You know, someone jumps in on the ship and then I pull it out and it cuts them in a really cool way,
Yeah,
and then
really
you'd be
cool.
so impressed by that.
You know what? I'm impressed right now of that. So
Exactly.
yeah. You want to get some
Can't
slammers?
telegraph your moves.
Yeah.
Slammers.
Yeah. Best burger
A
place
burger
out on the
joint?
outer rim.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, you two go get some burgers. And we'll cut to a Fi and Jason looking over the wreckage of sudden intervention in the black box.
Okay, plug the red wire into the red hole.
Okay.
You see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's right here. I got it.
Okay. Take 5 steps back. I'm going to turn
Why?
on, just in case it might explode.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Yep. You got it. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done.
I'm going to activate the terminal now. I don't think we have a secure wiring for this, because I know that I can short circuit it in a sense with the fire and whatnot. So if the hangar loses power, that is why. And she's just gonna
Okay, I'm going
click the button.
Jason's gonna look around nervously. Hey, look, I stopped at circuits 201, so
You see the lights
I'm
blink
trusting
out
you.
for a second, but then immediately come back on.
Okay. So they weren't too badly frayed.
No, you might piss Lucy off later, but I think we're fine.
Well, in your words, she does not need to know.
In my words, when did I ever, huh? Did I do that? Was tracking. You know what? If that's fair, let's keep going. I don't think I ever lied to you. But hey, if you want me to spice things up, I mean, I'll go for it. Sure.
Alright, so let me see here. I open my dossier. Do you want me to make a roll?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this.
Okay, yeah. 15, hell yeah. So, are you trying to look for anything specific with all this?
I am trying to... I think the best way to describe it is I'm trying to find something new. I'm trying to notice a new detail. I'm trying to, kind of inspect, slash observe. So, nothing really specific, other than as specific as look for something strange beyond strange.
Okay. No, are you looking in the frame itself or in the black box?
Black box.
Okay. So you notice one of the strange things is the way the just before the signal was sent to self-terminate, it almost looked like there's a dialogue going on between 3 entities. And you actually are able to encode some of it.
Oh.
So the first entity says, "Are you sure that the project is still worthwhile?" The second entity says, "Of course. That's why I started this to begin with." The third one says, "I'm just excited to see the results no matter what happens. I'm sure it'll be interesting." And so they go on kind of talking like this for a bit. It's very vague, no kind of actual details, but they get to the bit where they start talking about making a bet about what they think will happen. And so the first entity is betting that the project will be a success. The second one is assuming it's going to... No, the second one's going to be a success. The first one's going to say it's a failure. And the third one says, I'm going to bet everyone dies. Because that's funny. Hee hee. So they make...
So that's it.
Yeah, they make their bets, and then the last line before self-termination is, "All right, let the games begin." So clearly, whoever set this up, they were observing Heidi and sudden intervention.
Huh. Well, it seems our creators sure do enjoy listening in on our activities. It seems that Heidi has been observed similar to how, well, not too similar to my situation weeks ago.
I mean, who the fuck isn't it at this point, right? Like, you, Heidi, Galahad. I mean, I assume by his parents, and so on by Empire. Like, are we all just under a microscope here? Like, so far it's just me and the rest of the ship. And are we sure that we aren't either? Like, I mean, what's the adage? 2 times the coincidence, 3 times the enemy action, right?
That seems to be the saying, yes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is there a potential chance that perhaps somehow your family has eyes on you? One way
I think
or
Jason
another?
pauses. He was rubbing his chin while talking to you, and he pauses. And, like, you see his eyes get wide for a second, just like a little, like a beat. Because the thought had not occurred to him. He had thought that his dad had just thrown him in the trash, and we've had this talk before. And I think he looks up from that face and is that betraying his thoughts, and is just like, I didn't think of that before. I mean, we know that whatever is left, something is, at least, right? Like, how did I get the Pegasus tech?
I mean,
I don't like this. You're scaring me here.
sometimes it is good to be scared. It shows that your senses are alert. I've been told that this is in relation to fear.
I think we got to mention this to the boss. This is wonder if we got if it's this many people. I wonder if there's a mole.
That is an interesting idea?
Well, because think about it. Let's fuck as new as Soren was. Someone gave me tech, and it mentioned my fucking grandpa in the name. You've been tracked. Heidi's been tracked, and something's going on with Galahad, right? Like we're starting to get pretty close to 5 for 5. I don't like it.
To be fair, I believe the secondhand blues knew where Sorn was because I was being tracked. Because I have a fairly decent suspicion that the secondhand blues and Quaztech are in some sort of business relationship.
Well, that's a fair point. So 4 for 5, but we're still getting there. And I guess you could count. Maybe I'm being paranoid. Galahad's doing his own thing, right? We don't know if that's something that's inherent to him or not.
I truly believe it is inherent to him. However, I suppose the possibility shouldn't be entirely discredited.
I think at the very least, we got to talk to Lucy.
Indeed.
Was there anything else on that black box, or?
From what I can gather, besides the report of Heidi's incident and what we found, that is simply all I can gather.
Lav, peering over Faya's shoulder, this is just a dumb data log, right? There's no aside from what we've hooked up, there's no input output, right?
No.
Or no intelligence?
No. This is just like a black box. It just is a recording of signals coming in and out of the sun intervention.
On a different note, I think a Faya would want to crack into the cockpit.
Yeah. Okay. It's unlocked and open.
I want to inspect the controls, maybe rip some shit out too.
Okay. What is the intent behind this?
Research, essentially.
Okay, researching about Horus tech.
Yep.
Roll me another. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. What is that? 12.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of get a handle on how this works and how other Horus frames probably would work. Again, they're not standardized, but you can kind of make some assumptions. So let me think. Yeah, it's unfortunate because Sun Intervention is essentially dead. It's locked out because of the license revoke, but you are able to get a handle on Horus frames. You think you can understand how to pilot a Horus frame if you ever were in one. And I want to give you a benefit. I'm trying to think what makes sense.
Lev, I'm gonna send you a
Okay.
piece of information to add to.
Okay. Okay, you see that sudden intervention isn't like your standard frame. It doesn't have your thrusters or your it doesn't have like HOTAS or any of that hands on stick and thruster kind of thing. It's all through that neural port that Heidi has for her neck port, the neck connection. So it looks like it's all 100% just controlled through neural interface.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is deeply disturbing.
Yeah, that's. Have I seen anything like that in the Empire? Was there tech like that, or is it all standard?
There is some tech like that. I don't know if you would see it. You would hear about it. You pilot with someone who has something similar. Soren has a neural connector for her Amber Phantom, but it has standard controls in addition to a neural connection. Because Amber Phantom's whole thing is it enhances a pilot's awareness, so it plugs directly in. But nothing that's like 100% neural interface. Everything, if there is neural interface, it's like a mix. This, it seems like you'd also see with how it is you can figure out with your invent skill that it uses some of the brain as extra computing power. Like basically, it uses a human brain for extra RAM.
So I'm gonna at least mention that to a five. That like, hey, I got out right when and saw some of the latest Empire tech. Nothing was just Neuroport. There was always like a combo like what the Amber Phantoms got.
I do not like the idea of relying entirely or even as much on the Neuralink. I find this unsettling, and possibly because it clashes with my style of piloting.
I know exactly how you feel. That always seemed like you were hoping that you'd have the ship computer doing what you wanted it to and best judgments instead of like having actual control.
I think Aphia's eyes kind of widen a little bit. The Neuralink. If I remember correctly, Soren mentioned reports of Heidi's implants overheating. I think, as a hypothesis, due to the nature of this frame, the Neuralink and the implants are probably where the majority of these piloting systems are. And so, when the Lycan overheated, not only did the Lycan overheat, but Heidi as well.
Jason also has his eyes go wide at this, and he's like, "Holy shit!" So wait, are you trying to tell me that her fucking brain is the flight computer?
Potentially.
None of us have heard of this configuration before, right? Lav?
No.
That's well, shit. I think we need to go talk to Vic for sure, and then also to Dutch.
Definitely. I'm gonna take these innards and place them on my workbench. They may come in handy another date.
Okay.
I mean, I want to help you out, but like I don't know what to do for you aside from like make a PowerPoint. I guess that's what I would have done here for this in school. Do you want that? I'll take pictures. I'm gonna take pictures, and he starts taking some pictures.
Okay.
You know what? Perfect, actually.
Yeah. At this point, Ninana comes by, and she's like, is anyone in here?
Yes, Madam Anaya.
Oh, perfect. Well, I know we were given shortly, but everyone seems to be still aboard the ship. I was wondering if anyone would want to go shopping with me. I'd love to check out some dress stores.
In the background, you see Jason smile a huge smile at hearing shopping, and then a huge the smile just instantly dies upon hearing dress.
Hold on, I need to think. Well, at first judgment, I would say no. However, I recall Victoria instructing me, and for that matter, Lucy as well, that I should probably take some time off when I have it.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
I will accompany you with this matter.
Great. What about you, Jason?
I was actually about to ask: is this just a 2-person thing, or I'll absolutely join if I'm allowed to.
Of
I need to.
course.
It's been a moment since I got a chance to freshen up the outfit. So
Yes, of course. I was hoping actually, um, well, before we had that little combat spat, Lucy was telling me about um the station, and well, there's quite a popular Club Maelstrom. I was hoping maybe we could go to it tonight, let off some steam, and maybe dance.
that sounds fantastic.
Never been to a club, nor have I danced.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be really fun. I haven't either. We don't really have those on Conjure 3. I think it'd be a wonderful experience.
Are you telling me that neither of you have been to the club? You make a great suggestion. We gotta fucking change that tonight. Tonight.
Perfect.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you all head out into the colony shopping district. Heidi.
I think
Oh, yes.
we do want to swing by. It's just as long as we swing by and talk to Victoria and Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Before
probably
we
should.
start going buck wild, we don't want to bury this info.
Yes. Currently, both of them are out on the ship. They so you can either wait or do your shopping and talk to them after.
Uh,
Hmm.
we'll just we'll put a ping in that we want to talk to them, and then
Okay.
go to the station.
I
Okay.
think what we could do is, because I know if I need to do that meditation thing,
Mhm.
if we like put a pause on like both of those ideas, like we do the meditation thing while waiting for people to come back, and then we can go shopping, and then
Yeah.
I think that's a good chain of events.
Yeah. So you bring up meditation to Niana, and she's like, "Oh, perfect. Yes, You know what? It was time for my afternoon meditation. Let me instruct you on it."
I'm gonna get a drink real quick though.
Okay. While that's happening, we can go over to Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi, you are conscious now.
Okay.
You are on a table, on like a medical table, medical bed, I guess. Table bed, whatever.
Mhm.
It's medical thing. Um, and you hear a voice kind of coming to you. It's like, Heidi, can you hear me?
Her eyes would snap open and look for the source of the sound.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a woman in her, I'd say, mid-50s. She's starting to gray. Um, her hair's up in a bun. She has some glasses on, and beside her is Victoria.
She's gonna try to acknowledge how she can. I don't know if she's like restrained
Nope,
or
she's not restrained.
I'm gonna say she attempts to speak at first,
Yep,
and
you're able to.
I was gonna say her voice her voice is at a loss right
Okay,
now.
then you're not able to.
And her eyes kind of like widen a little bit as the two of them notice that her eyes go from like the typical green. She blinks and they open and they're orange.
Mhm.
And she looks down at her hand where the data pad is, and text appears on the screen as overheating, unable to manage.
Yes, we'll. Um, you say that, but you say that first, and then you realize that you're not feeling hot right now. You're feeling actually kind of cool. And as you look down, you realize that you're wearing a special suit of some sort.
And then just the text of suit question mark with a couple question marks.
Yes. Well, um, we scanned your brain, and you are indeed overheating. There is a problem with your processing factor for facilities. Um, must say, I've never seen an HP occupying a human before. It is a pleasure to meet you, Ghost. Um, but yes, we have outfitted you with a special suit that should help cool you off. Uh, should keep your temperature back in a nominal range. We aren't able to deal with the cause of the overheating, but we can at least minimize its impact on you.
Uh, the text of thank you appear on the screen as she blinks and her eyes go back to the green.
Does she notice this? Let's find out. No. So she continues. So Ghost, let me know. Is the suit working?
She kind of like pats herself and nods.
Okay. Perfect. How are you feeling right now?
In a really, really raspy voice, just scared.
Oh, that's understandable. And you must be Heidi.
We're both active.
Ah. Maybe that is the reason of this overheating.
Ghost can't turn off.
Hmm.
No longer able to.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, we are able to at least keep your body cool. There was a little touch and go for a while, but you're in a safe place right now.
What happened?
Victoria starts talking. You got shot down, and well, from what I understand, some sort of signal, a kill switch was engaged. Something terminate your license. I think it caused whatever's happening with you and Ghost right now.
Uh, license?
Yes, your frame license.
She looks a little confused and lost.
Oh, I guess you were never told. Um, frames need licenses to operate.
Never needed one for for Lycan.
Maybe it was pre-installed into Ghost database and somehow got terminated.
The text, she blinks, her eyes turn back orange. Text pops up on the screen. License, as the text pops up on the screen, it says license databases, no, like it's kind of, it shows like a folder and there's no information there.
Are you implying that you never had a license to begin with? Or that's empty now?
It wipes and then the text comes across into the screen of no records. Which then wipes again and it says unsure if wiped or did not exist.
I've never heard of a frame not needing a license before, but from my understanding, this is Horus tech, so anything really goes with that. Regardless, whatever the situation was is no longer operable.
Blinks back to the green and just, what is the plan for us?
Victoria speaks up. Well, you're still part of the crew, kid. Sounds like Dutch and Sorn are looking for a new frame for you to pilot. Sudden intervention is basically scrap metal at this point. We're keeping the systems in the black box, but the actual frame itself, we could fix it, but we can't fly it. So we're gonna sell it off to try and fund some of the cost for a new frame.
Thank you.
Of course, you're family. We don't leave family behind.
Is her face covered by something like I had
Yes.
thought about, or
Yes.
okay? So it would be hard to actually see it, but you can tell from her eyes that she's smiling.
Okay. Yeah, you have like a I guess for lack of a better word, a muzzle. But yeah.
What happens now?
Well, now we monitor you, and if you need rest, we'll let you rest.
That might be good. She blinks and goes back to orange as a new voice comes through,
Oh.
seemingly unimpeded,
Mm-hmm.
the same way the other one was. I want to see the frame.
Of course. Victoria says, I can take you back when you feel ready to. Even though they're selling it off, it will be some time before it actually gets processed and offloaded.
And if possible, I would like to see the new frame as well.
Of course.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how I have found new subroutines.
What are the nature of these subroutines?
Uh, um, Working potentially with a frame to alter it as needed. Still reading through and diagnosing new subroutines, unsure at the moment.
Victoria says, well, we can take a look at that and have Lucy outfit the frame with whatever these subroutines say if it's helps you pilot it. We still need you in tip-top shape as a pilot.
Processing power impacted may cause further heating issues for sustained fights.
Maybe we'll have to see
May
about...
need to use frame to augment cooling.
Yeah. That makes sense. Again, we can get Lucy into something to get some sort of cooling situation down.
She kind of blinks again. It seems like a longer blink. But when she opens her eyes, this one's a little harder to miss. One of her eyes is green and one of them is orange.
Oh. Well, kiddo, you think you're up for getting out of bed, or do you need some more rest?
We would like to try.
Okay.
And I'll say she's a little mobile,
Mhm.
but she's clearly impacted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at first she's gonna have energy problems as far as like trying to walk around a lot,
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm. We can head back to the Sermon on High at your own pace.
We would like a chair for assistance.
We can get one. Dr. Sanchez, and the doctor nods, and she goes and grabs a wheelchair.
That's most of what I had mentally pictured. There's further stuff, but like it depends on what happens for other stuff.
Yeah, because I was gonna take you back to the Sermon on High, because
Mm-hmm.
you want to see what's left of Sun Intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say if they're heading back there, she would actually look like she almost falls asleep taking a nap on the way.
Okay. That's fair. Dealing with energy conservation problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you get to the hangar, Victoria's like, wakey, wakey.
She kind of like lifts her head a little bit and looks around.
Okay. You see, Jason. Is Jason participating in the meditation or not?
No, I think he fucked off. He wants to look impressive
Okay.
for going shopping. Like I know he's going shopping, but also like he flirted with this lady when offloading her bags onto the ship the first time, and he wants to continue doing that, even though she's basically not talked to him the entire time.
Yeah.
But now she said, "Let's go to the club," and he went, "Yup, you got it." And he's like styling his hair and trying his best.
Well, in the hangar, you see sitting on the floor cross-legged is Afaya and Niana, and it looks like they're going through some sort of guided meditation.
She'll point over towards the wreck and say, "Can we head over towards sudden intervention?"
Of course.
Probably be it not super quiet, like she's not whispering, but so it could be overheard.
Okay. So yeah, cuts to Afaya and Niana. It's like, breathe in, breathe out. Is Afaya does hear, the arrival of Victoria and Heidi. But you're also doing a meditation. So where's your focus?
I would say Alfaya's really good at like blocking things out.
Okay. So you're just 100% into this meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where all her focus is.
Let your soul come forward. Feel your soul touch your mind. Feel your soul and your mind connect. Feel your body wrap around your soul and your mind.
There's almost a really winded sound coming from Heidi,
Mm-hmm.
and just says, "What if we don't have one anymore?"
All things have souls. It just might be misplaced at the moment. And like Niana says as well, even like her eyes are closed. She's just like cross-legged. She's just like, she's not even like moving her head in your direction. She's just saying this from where she said it.
Thank you. I'm gonna go look at the frame. Can you leave the chair here?
And Victoria nods. Yeah.
I should hopefully be okay for a little while.
Okay, well, I'll still be around. I am your doctor after all.
She'll unsure what to do, she'll hold her arms out for like a hug.
Yeah, Victoria will hug back. Come here. I don't do these often, so you're privileged.
Ghost seems to like the idea of hugs.
Oh.
And she'll start making her way up to
Okay.
sudden intervention.
Okay. You get inside the cockpit. What do you do?
I guess Ghost is gonna kind of go through the motions that they used to do.
Hmm.
But as soon as they go to grab the interface,
Mhm.
Heidi freezes.
Ooh.
And there's silence as she's just holding the interface. As it almost seems like there's an internal dialogue.
Mhm.
And then she takes her other hand, puts it on top of the other one, and pushes it down. And verbally says out loud, "There has to be another way." And she's just sitting there looking around the cockpit, observing what she can. Probably sees that the black box is pulled out
Mhm.
and other things. As just painting the picture in her mind right now, just reliving what happened. Looking at things the way that somebody has lived through something, returning to, let's say, I don't know, you got in an accident in your car.
Yeah.
In your car is now like righted, and so like you get into the driver's seat to collect your things, and you're sitting in your car, and you're finally observing everything that's happened.
Mhm.
As she's gonna, after a little bit, probably take 15-20 minutes of sitting in there, make her way back out.
Okay. At this point, Soren and Dutch, you return.
I think Sorn is going to visit Galahad.
Okay.
Just going to check up on him. But I think, like, as they're walking, she's going to say to Dutch, I'm going to see Galahad. I would like to understand more about his predicament.
Okay. So you go there. Dutch is going to go to the hangar, sees Afaya and Niana meditating. He's like, well, I'm not stopping that. That seems important. But he sees Heidi, and he walks over to Heidi and Victoria. It's like, how you holding up?
This suit is helping us for now. We've lost a lot of control over basic bodily functions. We can no longer separate.
I see. Are you two okay with this?
We're still processing.
That's fair.
It is different than before. Before, we used to take control and pass memories back and forth. This is different. We are both controlling together. Will take some getting used to and coordination. I don't think we can untangle.
Hmm. Well, we'll help you get through whatever you need. We're here for you.
Do you have a plan for our contract? As a pilot?
Oh, yeah, actually. It should be delivered right now. Want to go pick it up with me?
We would like that.
Okay, follow me. And he turns to head out the hangar. He turns to Afaya and Niana, and he's unsure what to do with the meditation. So he just kind of waves, and like with her eyes closed, not even looking, Niana raises a hand and waves back. And he's like, "That's kind of. How did she know?" Huh.
Heidi's gonna kind of move to the side a little bit to go retrieve the chair,
Mm-hmm.
and say to Dutch, is it far
No,
to retrieve?
it's in the same hangar. It's just the cargo lift.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't have to
we
move
should be
far.
okay.
Yeah.
She'll leave the chair over
Okay.
with the
Okay.
other frames.
Okay. So yeah, you head to the cargo lift, and Dutch goes over and hits a few buttons, and the cargo lift lowers, and then it returns with a new Mark 1 World Killer Genghis. And he's like, there it is, in all our beauty.
This looks. Heidi looks between it and Dutch. Older than you.
You know, it may be old. He like clangs on it with his hand, but Harrison Armory makes some real sturdy frames. I looked into it more. It served in the 3rd Battalion of 7th Squad in the Juniper Wars. Seen some action, but it's pretty good. It's well, its call sign's a little. I mean, you might think of it a little silly, but we can rename it if you want. But this here is sorry, my trigger finger slipped.
Oddly charming.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, last pilot who operated it had a real sense of humor.
Do you mind if we power it up and
Oh yeah, go for it.
they'll climb in and it seems like it takes them a little bit at first to figure it out because Ghost is learning to interface with the old tech on the frame.
Yeah.
It also sounds like, unless Dutch goes with them, it sounds like they're actively working on it at the same time.
Okay, yeah, Dutch will be outside, so you're going through it together.
Like they're rewiring potentially a couple things, maybe alive updating a couple things. But it's going to turn on, not in a way for full control, but in a way where its systems are running, and it can run in like a diagnostic form or do like a systems check, so like the panels can move and things like that.
Yeah.
Heidi will lean out and say, "It says it has a tachyon, Lance?"
Yeah. It sure does.
I don't see it. Is that being delivered too?
It hopefully should be. And then he kind of mutters underneath his breath. Oh. Steve, come on, don't screw us on this. I can call the dealership to see what's the holdup with the Lance.
And is this is this frame, are we able to customize this frame at all?
It's yours now. Go for it.
We'll probably be here a while. Should we we'll move it over with the others too.
Yeah. You get used to it. You figure out the ins and outs and what you need adjusting.
Dutch, thank you for everything.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I made a decision today getting that frame. And I got rid of something Val writes was junk. Remember that frame that you used the simulation in?
Yeah.
Got rid of the Tortuga. Hadn't worked for years, but it was my old frame. Seemed kind of fitting to trade in the past for the future.
You would do that for us?
Yeah, it was a hunk of junk. But yeah.
But there's memories and meanings there.
There is, but I think it was weighing me down. It was haunting me, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I'd rather trade in the past for someone's future.
Like a ghost.
Like a ghost, yeah.
Thank you, Dutch.
Of course.
I may have some things to have the spider bots help with.
Of course. Yeah. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta make a call. So yeah, he pulls out. Mhm.
She'll duck back into the frame.
He'll pull his phone, and you hear like it's loud enough coming out the other side of the speaker that you hear from. It's like, "What up, baby? Don't call me baby. Where's the tachyon lance? Hey, we'll get that when we get the practice dogma. Okay, we'll send it down the cargo bay right now. Perfect. I love you. Okay, Steve. I'm hanging up now. Nice doing business with you, Dutch."
Funny.
Okay. Let's do. I'm thinking. Let's check in with Galahad and Soren. So we head to the med bay. Galahad is hooked up to a bunch of computers. And Soren, you head in.
I think she walks in, she drags a seat over next to him, and she's thinking.
Okay.
Because now she has probably a better understanding of who and what Galahad is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to investigate like this setup that he has.
Okay.
See if I can find any clues.
What is that? 16? Cypher, you tell me what she sees with this setup.
She sees cables connected to his head, chest, arms, right arm specifically, and you see that it's feeding into a computer, and there are texts popping on screen that is not coherent. It just says wedding dress, table, woman, mannequin, gone, and then a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, you see that.
The text gets more contorted the more you look at it.
I think she's frowning as she looks at this, and she lights up a smokeless cigarette, and then she's like, "Oh, don't mind if I smoke in here. Galley Wally." Does he respond?
No.
Like, did Victoria leave notes about what happened to him? Like on the desk?
Do you want to start prying in her medical journal?
No.
Okay.
But are there like instructions? Like
No.
if you see Galahad, leave him alone, or
There's no instructions.
can I try and decipher with a stay cool roll, what this means?
Sure. $11. Cipher. Can she decipher what this means?
Well, that depends because something's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Galahad starts shaking and contorting silently, and his body is moving erratically, worse and worse as seconds go on. And the words are blasting on the screen. Unplug, remove plug, must wake, please. I'm not dead. Please wake, unplug. Oh God, what am I seeing? Mother, why? Let me. Just let me die, please. And then the message repeats before it finishes.
What do you do, Soren?
I think she tears out the plugs.
Okay. What happens to Galahad?
After you tear the plugs, you see Galahad just rise up, and for some odd reason, he's trying to catch breath, even though he can't breathe, and he's having you see his eye sockets have locked at it's in a squint position to the point where his eyes are glinting rather than glowing. And he looks at Sorn. Thank you, Soren.
It's okay. You're here in the med bay.
How long has it been?
As a player, how long has it been?
A few hours.
Only a few hours.
Damn. I only wanted to go for a few minutes.
Did you plug yourself in to this, Galahad?
With help, yes.
What does it do, exactly?
Honestly, I don't know. But I don't know how to put it. I can see. I can go into my head and I witness things. I'm trying to understand how or why I was made. And I think it's uglier than I remember.
I think she puts a cigarette out on the desk. I really don't know much about you, Galahad. The only things that I know is, well, 1, you're a pilot. 2, your origin story is quite disturbing. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this. Your parents wanted to recreate their son.
Yes. I think it's more complicated than that.
And those twins that killed your parents, do you still want to kill them?
Yes, but not for revenge or anything like that. If anything, I just want to thank them.
Them.
That's a separate thing.
What did you see when you were plugged into, well, this? Points to the screen.
Soren, do you know what what Victorian is?
As a player, Lav, would she know?
When
Is
you
this
say
Empire related?
Victorian, do you mean like the Victorian era?
Like just clothing in general.
Yes. Um, how well was your history? How well did you study history, Soren?
I think she would have had to study it,
You know
like
about the
classical
ancient
history.
Victorian era.
The Victorian era, correct?
Now, yes. Now imagine you wake up, and for some reason, I look at myself and I see flesh and bone. I'm human. And then I look in front of me. There's a table and a woman sitting across from it. I look around. The dressing is all in that era. I know this, yet I've never seen it until now. It's screwing with my head. And for some reason, that woman that claims to be my mom, there are flashes of her in this white dress, and then a crazy lady shoving needles into something. She did not look normal or sane. Happy birthday, Galahad, over and over again. It stops just before she finishes. That's when I was begging to be unplugged. It was too much.
That sounds horrific.
That's not the worst part. I think I know what's behind this. And he's pointing at his head.
What could it be?
I will show you, but please, I don't need everyone to know this. Can you do that, Soren?
I took an oath to protect this ship, Galahad. Withholding this information might endanger the ship and its crew.
It's just my disgusting face. It has nothing to do with the crew. If you have to hold up your oath, then I won't bother.
You have a face under there.
Yes. What's left of it?
Go on then.
you see he starts like digging his fingers into the helmet, and you hear like these compresses moving out. And when he slowly removes it, I've sent you a description of it. He looks directly at you.
I think for the first time, you just see a look of like sheer horror flash through her like eye, the one that you can see. And then a look of rage. She did this to you. Your mother.
You can see he can barely speak, let alone breathe, so he puts the mask on again. Yeah. Yes. She did this.
Keep you, her son, alive?
I don't know. I don't know her goal. That's why I plugged myself in to find out why. I will also tell you this. Since you have promised to keep this between us, when Jason came to my room, I was also plugged into a computer. I discovered how to search through my memory core, and I wish to continue to do this at some point. Again, as painful as it is and horrific as it is, I need to find out why.
She balls her mechanical hand in a fist. It is your right to find out.
I promise
Galahad.
it won't get in the way of anything that is needed from this crew.
Galahad, nobody gets left behind. You are a part of this crew. Are you not? It is my duty
Yes,
to protect you as well. Do you think keeping this from Victoria is going to help you? I thought you were just a robot. But you were
I thought
something
so too.
else.
I don't know. I don't know what I am, Zorn. I don't understand why any of this works. Why I'm able to see things, interact with things. For example, sometimes when I really disassociate, people in front of me are replaced with things I see in my sleep. That's why Is this what you people call nightmares?
I think you need help, Galahad. And hiding this is not going to help you. Let us help you, please.
Fine. I will take the help. But I just need to find a way to explain to the crew that they're talking to a barely living corpse. That thought he was a robot.
I think with the way that Afia and Heidi is going, I think they would understand. I think they would empathize with you.
They're good people. I'm not particularly worried about them. Truth be told, I'm more worried about the people that came after my family, my parents. What did they want? What did my mother want? Was I given false memories? Those pleasing moments? Or was she just a mad woman? I don't know. I'm more worried about the people who do know. On the other side.
You deserve answers, Galahad. This is... If you can't trust your own memory, if you can't even trust yourself,
No,
you
I
deserve
trust
to be
myself.
good.
I am glad you are here. I figured the best person to tell was you. Just so you know, if you ever see me freeze, it's because there are triggers that put me in that disassociation state. And I see things. I'm giving you this. And he hands you this, like, square box with, like a snap button on it. It basically just pulls me back. Do it in emergency situations.
What if it doesn't work, Galahad?
Oh, it works. Watch. And then you see him press it, and then his head sort of like snaps upwards straight, and then you hear this loud like mechanical snap. Or it does that. Or a simple bunk in the head will do.
She nods. Galahad,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
I just want to understand.
And that's what we will do. And I think she pats him on the head.
Thank you, son.
Okay. That was a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting.
The hell, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What the hell, man?
Oh yeah.
My God. Good God.
hmm
We're in a competition now.
Yeah. We're cutting
This is
away.
kind of fucked.
It is. Oh, it's so fucked. I want, because I think if the audience doesn't know what's behind the mask, it's more fucked up. Cypher needs to share what the mask is with the rest of the party after, because it's spicy. Sorry, audience, you'll learn at some point. Think your imagination's going to make it worse, and that plays into it. Okay. We're cutting away from the station, from the Sermon on High, to somewhere out in space, in Federation space. There is a massive Federation fleet, and aboard their battleship cruiser, there is a man sitting on a throne. This is said man. And there is a woman there as well. And so she walks up, arms behind the back, standing at attention, and she's like, my count. We are still in pursuit of that android, that robot, that that thing. Yes, good. Let me know if you find anything more, Amanda. Keep you and your brother updated. Of course, my liege. We cut away. Now that was a little something for Cypher. Yeah. Yeah. All will be revealed in time, but I need to stab a little knife in Cypher. Yeah, hit him with some emotional damage, of course. Afaya, let's do some meditation.
There we go. All right. I am so ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask, how well is Afaya able to meditate? Are you able to clear your thoughts out? You said you can focus in on something, but do you still have thoughts racing, or is it more at ease?
I'm trying to put the words in my head to accurately describe this.
Mm-hmm.
The way Ophia is made, I would say she's not internally chaotic. It's just that I think the easiest way to put it is, for the most part, she can definitely focus in enough if she's actually focusing.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you're able to get into like a state of focus. And Niana says to you in the state, reach deep inside yourself. Feel your core. Feel what you are deep down. What do you see? What do you hear?
I think she would hear her lungs. Of course, they're very slow compared to the average human, but I would say that hearing within herself, she's going to take it very literally.
Okay.
I think she could hear like an electric static.
Mm.
Like she has to really focus on it, but she can hear it.
Okay.
I don't think she'll say anything because if you did, it would distract her from focus.
Okay. Fair. I want to see something. Okay. Don't worry about that roll. Don't worry about that roll. Nia's like, good. Now feel that. Grasp out to it. Let it wash over you. Let it go. But then let it flow back like a wave. Like an ocean. You're in the middle of this ocean. What do you see? Don't answer, just think on it.
I think when she hears sea, she doesn't think water, but rather a sea of stars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think she would see the same constellation she often sees a lot when she looks out.
They're smiling at you, you know? They want you to succeed. They believe in you.
I think Quantify hears that instinctually, her senses tighten, but as they do that, she does shortly after still rehones herself and goes back to breathing the same course. Kind of like she's startled a little bit.
I mean, yeah, she's almost like she's peering into your mind somehow. Would you like to talk to one of them?
I feel like a fire would give a weak I wish to.
Good. Let your
That's
mind.
very soft.
Okay. Let your mind stay open. And you feel 2 fingertips touch your forehead. And with that, it's like an out of body experience. You see yourself drifting away. You see Niana sitting cross-legged, touching. You still feel it, but you're also seeing it from outside your body. She's touching your forehead with her fingers, and you see yourself there. And then slowly you're drifting away from the ship in the hangar, and then drifting out of the hangar into space. And you're drifting and drifting. And then you're drifting towards this constellation, towards one of the stars, and it shines brighter and brighter. And you go to it, and you reach out to it. And as you keep going towards the star, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger until all you see is just this white light. And then there's a figure there, far away. But you get closer and closer as you drift, and closer still, until finally standing before you, you see King.
Which direction is he facing?
He's facing towards you.
I don't think if I would know how to react.
Hey, it's been a while. How you holding up?
Hold on.
Okay.
This is not something I planned for. I mean, it is, but looking deeper, this is not something I planned for. But it just makes sense.
9.
You. Where? I think back on the corporeal plane. I think Afaya's breathing is picking up. I don't know.
Hey, it's alright. It's... Yeah, this must be weird and stressful, but like... I just... it wasn't your fault what happened to us.
I feel like it would be easier to compartmentalize if it was.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta forgive yourself. I know you. You're gonna blame yourself, and it's gonna weigh on you. You gotta let go.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, you don't need to say anything at all if you don't want to. Just, good luck. I know you'll need it. Things are tough out there, but, all of us are rooting for you. We believe it. We're cheering you on out here. We got your back.
Fuck it. I think Afaya in the state has her hands like on her head, kind of frazzled in a sense, but I think she'll start like to stutter like I mean, but she just stops and instead she looks up at King, grabs him by one of his arms, kind of just pulls him in, and out of like this weird impulse she never has felt before, I think she wraps her arms around him.
Aw, give him the hug. Yeah, he'll
And
hug back.
and she buries her head like into his neck. And she feels a sensation she has never really. She doesn't know where it's coming from. Like, she hasn't felt this way at all. But she feels like some kind of substance is coming out from under her eyes.
She's crying. Hey, I didn't realize you were a hugger. It's okay. It's okay.
And she says, "Thank you for everything."
Of course. A king's gotta look after his bishop after all.
I will always be watching over yours.
Good. We'll always be here. We'll be right behind you. If you fall back, we'll push you forward. We got you. We're a team. We stick together.
I guess all I wanted to do was say goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye. But we're still here with you in your heart. So while this is goodbye, if you ever need us, just do what you did again and call upon us.
There's your chivalry.
Guilty as charged.
I think that's a good point, actually.
Okay. Yeah. You come back to.
What? I think Afaya comes back to senses and I would say her cheeks are drenched.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just staring, looking at you and being like, how was that? Are you okay?
After like a few deep breaths, telling herself to breathe, I would say. I am operational and lighter. That was different, unique, far more than I thought possible. And Afia's not even like, she's not washing the tears because she's not like processing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You did good, though.
Huh. I thank you, Madam Nanaya.
Anytime. If you ever need to touch out the spirits again, I can help you get there.
I will join you for shopping shortly.
Good.
I will contact you about any future assistance needed. This has been a revelation.
It always is. And she lets you go on your way. So now the question is, who's all going shopping?
Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
I am.
Okay. So yeah, Jason, Afia, is anyone else going shopping?
Heidi missed shopping last time. She would only go if somebody would be able to push her around.
Yeah, I think Niana would offer.
The other thing too is while they're out, she would ask the group and say, "Can anyone cut our hair?"
Oh,
Hmm. Huh. I think Afia could do it if no one else did.
I think that would be cute. Okay. Are you wanting to do the haircut now?
At some point, I can imagine she would be a mess. When they're getting ready to go out to shopping, because I imagine it's been a little bit since the Genghis has been used.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus customizations and everything. Heidi is a mess. You would know, Heidi hasn't exactly done a lot of hands-on work on the frame so far.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like she's been elbow deep in the frame. She's working in a way she hasn't before. There's seems like a lot has changed about her so far.
Ooh.
When it's ready to go shopping, she'll come out of the frame. She'll look a little tired, but she'll have asked the group about a haircut and say it's already hard enough for ourselves to stay cool, and long hair does not seem to help. It doesn't have to be gone, but shorter would be nice. You've got a decent spot, right?
A decent spot. What?
You have a decent spot, right? For a skill.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do.
It's not hard to point out that she's got heterochromia eyes right now. One is
Ooh.
green, one is orange.
My favorite kind of hetero. Had to make the joke.
Yeah.
Well. So, are you asking to, just to clarify, get your hair cut now?
I don't think we will have enough time before shopping, but maybe when we get back.
Yeah. That can be arranged. When we return from shopping and the club, if we don't immediately hit the club after shopping, yes, I can.
Niana speaks up. We can cut her hair before we go to the club. You gotta look stylish, from what I understand.
Then we
I
will cut your hair after the club, not after shopping.
I don't know if we'll be able to dance. Um,
You don't have to dance if you don't want to. We don't leave our friends behind.
I was clicking that tune. I love you, babe.
I love you too.
there's been a lot we are still adjusting to. Um, it might be better not to push ourselves just yet.
That is understandable. But if you do feel like you still want to come, you don't have to engage in the dancing. There'll be booths and whatnot. You can just enjoy the energy. But I understand if that is also something that you would prefer some solitude.
We can see. We don't want to spoil the fun
Oh,
for
nonsense. It
anyone
won't
else.
be. It won't be a spoil. Part of the fun is also just being there with our friends. Or so I'm told. Again, I've never been clubbing, but I'm sure it's just like any sort of party back on Kinger 3. The fun is being there together with everyone. But again, I'm not gonna force you to do something you don't want to do. But know that you're always welcome, and this will not spoil the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave it up to you.
She'll go out with them, but she's probably not going to be very physical.
That's fair.
In between recovering and
Yeah.
doing the work on the frame.
Yeah, super fair.
Yeah.
My understanding is Lucy and Jean want to come, and well, Lucy said she's not much of a dancer, so she'll probably be staying at the booth. You can join her. She'd be more than happy to enjoy your company.
Okay.
But yes, let us go peruse the shopping district.
Shopping montage.
Shopping montage. So Niana, of course, gets a fancy dress. She gets a nice kind of a sparkly silver dress. It is like a bodycon style dress.
Seems very club appropriate.
Yeah, I figured. What is everyone picking up? Niana is mine, by the way.
Oh, sick.
She's super loaded, so like.
Jason's gonna get a bomber jacket and chinos and like a nice button down,
Nice.
but like, or maybe just like a regular jacket, like a thin sport coat kind of thing.
Okay.
Just meant to kind of look nice and wear with an open button down, but and also a new pair of sunglasses.
Hell yeah.
Important.
It's very important. What about Afaya and Heidi?
I'm gonna say Heidi finds some techwear.
Ooh.
And it's like basically a whole outfit that comes with like headphones and everything too.
Nice. And what about for Afaya?
Is Lucy there?
Yeah, Lucy will be here too.
I feel like Lucy would talk Afaya into getting a dress.
Oh, for sure. Oh my god,
For sure.
Afaya, this would look so cute on you.
I feel like Afaya would also have been like kind of looking at like both suits, but also like maybe not suits, maybe like dress wear, that stuff, but like she's kind of like looking at both things. But anyway, regardless, I feel like the dress Lucy probably picked out in my head. It's something like very form-fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe a little bit of leg showing.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can pull up an image. trying to think of a color too. What would be a good color?
Blue.
Thinking
Yeah.
blue, yeah.
I was thinking because Aphaya's a blonde, so like a nice like baby blue.
I like that. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I got something like this.
Oh, that's really cute. So like, yeah, nice like thigh up to the
Yep.
thigh dress. I think that'd be classified as a bodycon too. So heck yeah. Okay, everyone gets their shopping done. Is anyone looking for anything else or?
No, that's fine.
Hell yeah. Okay. You head back to the ship and I believe it's time for a haircut.
Yuppie.
Heidi's gonna ask for for it to be cut down to like shoulder length, and then for like a side shave on one of the sides.
Ooh, that's fun.
Oh, love it. Love side
which
shaves.
also means that the uh also means that the port on the back of her neck is going to be partially visible too.
Ooh, fun.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, yeah, Aphaya does it.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll say that with the fit, she's taken some of the spare parts from the frame, like through the upgrades, and shifted the suit into the backpack form. So it's just the mask and the backpack, so she can wear whatever clothes underneath it.
Nice. Okay. And with preparations underway, it's time to go clubbing. You see Jean in like I think Jean's wearing like a suit. Jean's wearing like a bow tie,
Yeah.
nice kind of dress suit. It's like a nice maroon. Lucy's wearing I had to think what Lucy was gonna wear. I think she's wearing like a classic little black dress kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you are all decked out. I'm not sure if is Sorn coming clubbing?
I think
Do it,
Son is
do
going
it.
to stay with
That's
Galahad.
fair.
If Galahad is going hitting up the club after that reveal, then I think she would go too. But if he's not, I think she'll stay back with him.
Is Galahad gonna go clubbing?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He's kind of going through it right now. He's in the sad boy era. Sad boy at the
Heidi will
club.
send out a group text and say, "When is the last time we had a crew bonding experience?"
Can I just make an executive decision that whatever this club is, Sorn is banned from?
That's funny.
Yeah, we can do that.
She is
That's pretty
banned
good.
from it because she slept with the owner. I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie. So like the answer is what's the owner's name? We'll come up with a name.
What gender do you want the owner to be?
We'll make it a woman.
Okay. Dorothy. Dorothy McDougal.
Dorothy McDougal.
Over text message. Dorothy McDougal still the owner?
One hollow search later says yes.
I'm busy with Galahad. You two go ahead. All of you. Bond.
Bring
You
him
marry.
with
Do
you.
not mention me at all, by the way.
Bring him with you.
Ooh. He's sleeping still.
My judgment senses, and she is typing this out. My judgment senses predict that Soren is lying, but if Soren is lying, therefore it's probably important. Therefore, Galahad probably, for whatever reason, does not want to come or cannot come.
If Dorothy asks about me, you don't know me. None of you are associated with me. I might have rooted and booted her. Send my regards if she does mention me. Cheers.
So blow the place up and run away?
No.
What is root her and boot her?
I'll tell you later.
The Someone when you're not on call, out of character speaking, but you know that meme, the Fantastic Four meme, where Elastic Man looks at Ben and he's like, "Say that again." You know that whole thing. So Galahad's head slowly turns to you. You did what? With who?
Hmm. Does she give him the birds and the bees talks, but adjusted, like abridged? She's just like, when people love each other very much,
The screws and the bolts.
Oh.
That's good. That's a good one.
but then you don't answer their calls ever again. That makes them feel very bad. Don't do what I do, okay?
The hinges and binges.
After a little bit over the group text, and it goes, Soren, I thought you were better at hiding and we're not scared of people.
I didn't take a class in lovemaking.
You need a class?
She just leaves the group chat.
I mean,
After she leaves, Jason just chimes in. She's been trying to stab me with a knife multiple times this week. That is an incredibly fucking weird conversation to start reading into. This is club, and then that's it. That's the word he finishes on.
Club.
I got a bit.
Mm-hmm.
After like Heidi's last comment, I feel like if I would say, I mean, if you weren't so far from your date of birth, I would say ask your parents, because it does look like you at least had some familial experience with being conjoined to a toaster.
Oh.
Damn.
she opens her mouth and just kind of like her like holds up a finger and it kind of like droops over and just oh I I want to say burn, but I think that's too on the nose.
It is way too on the nose.
I feel like I said something I should be proud of.
Will have to get you back someday. Just you wait.
Of what?
You'll see.
So club time. Okay. So y'all head to the club. You'll find a booth, so that Lucy, Jean, and Heidi can vibe out over there. Lucy's like, I love the atmosphere of the club, but like, I can't dance. I got 2 left feet. She looks down at her prosthetics.
Okay.
She seems a little sad.
Okay.
She seems a little sad. She's trying to make light of like that.
With the right partner, we know that won't be a problem.
Eugene's like, yeah, I don't like dancing anyway, so like, I don't mind. Oh, thanks, babe. She gives her a little peck on the cheek. They're being open, by the way, about the relationship now.
Heidi
Yeah,
just
see?
kind of like, because Heidi didn't know, Heidi just kind of like quickly looks back and forth and just like, oh.
Oh, yeah, we're a thing, by the way. Yeah, I thought everyone knew, so we didn't bother telling, because now we're a thing. It's official. Dutch gave his blessing.
Which, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yippee.
While you're at the club, we're gonna cut away to 2 people. We have this man and this woman, this android woman. And you see the man, he's like, why the hell did it take you so long? Hold that thought, Kane. I see a sweet piece of ass. Seriously? So the woman walks over to Afaya. And she's like, what's wrong, little dove? You look lost, lonely. Like there's no one here that gets you, truly gets you. Doesn't your heart feel locked up? I think it can help out with that combination.
Wow. I need to think for a second. Oh. Okay. I feel like Afaya is like a little bit separated from the group. I feel she probably went off on her own a little bit.
Yeah, I think the group can see and hear this, but you're far away that they can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. It's quite a pair of glow sticks.
What was that?
Sorry, I saw Zumi's message. Oh, hello. I I think Afia would be a bit off guard.
Mm-hmm. I think she'll be like, humans can't understand a beauty like you. I do, though. Let me get you a drink. My name's Moray.
Hi. Pleased to meet you, Moray. My name is Afia.
Beautiful name.
Thank you. I never seen another android like you.
I'm one of a kind.
I have been told I am the same.
Well, then we'll get along quite well.
What brings you here?
I was just doing some off jobs. It's really boring, honestly. Just company work.
I understand that. I am more of a freelancer.
Oh. Goes where the wind takes you. I like that free spirit in a girl.
It's nice to do things on my own terms.
Yeah. I get that. You wanna hit the dance floor?
Oh, I never really danced before.
That's fine, I can guide you.
You would do that?
Of course.
I think Afia smiles a little bit, and if Mori offers her hand,
She does.
Afia would take it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you start dancing with her. I want to cut back to the gang. They're seeing Afia dance with this this other android woman.
I feel like Heidi is starting to like those the things you do with like the glow sticks in a rave.
Yeah.
I feel like Heidi's like mimicking that and like just to the music as she's just kind of sitting there in the chair.
Hell yeah.
I think Jason would see this happening and uh, offer. He's got a twofold plan. What is my mind is blanking? My notes are bad. What is the name of the lady from Kendra who is with us at the club?
Nanaya.
Yeah,
Nanaya?
Nanaya.
Yeah.
Nanaya.
Yeah, he's gonna ask Nanana to dance.
Okay.
But also not be like shitty about it, but also to like keep an eye on Afia, and if
Okay.
she looks uncomfortable, be able to do something. At least just offer it an out, because game air quotes recognize game air quotes.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Be like, hey, Naya, So it's not a secret. I think you're extremely cool. You wanna hit the dance floor?
Oh, thank you. Sure. That sounds fun.
I gotta show you. I've been threatening to dance this entire time. I gotta show you what I can actually do it, and I look great. Thank you again for the like. I love this jacket.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he takes her out to cut a rug.
Okay. So, yeah, you start dancing.
Do you want me to roll show off?
Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, let's do a show off.
All right, I'm going to use the sun to get an increased benefit from this
Okay, hell yeah.
because I just got that ability, and then now I'm going to show off. So that's just increased effect on all actions for the rest of the scene.
Yep.
I don't know what that means, but
I'll explain when we roll.
okay.
Actually, so here's the fun thing. You rolled a 5, right? Which normally would be a
Mhm.
failure. With your increase in effect, it's not a success.
It is a success, or it's not a success.
It is a success.
Okay,
It
good.
wouldn't normally be a success, but you're using the sun to make the tier of it better, so I'm going to say it's a success because you're using your cool power. So yeah, I think
Oh yeah.
there's some people that are cheering you on. Like, yeah! Bust a rug!
You better believe I'm busting this rug. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just dancing and not like grossly flirting, but flirting in the way that like I'm good at a skill.
Okay.
Flirting to
Yeah.
the nana.
Nanaya. I don't think she picks up that you're flirting with her.
That's typical. This is how this works for him.
Yeah. I'm sorry. um. So yeah. You get so getting back to Afaya, there's some more flirting going on, and you spend some time talking about, just kind of getting to know each other a bit. What do you tell her, and what do you ask her?
That's a good question. I feel like they would have talked about like what they do. I mean, like I know she said company, I said freelance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we would have gone like just a little bit deeper,
Okay.
probably like just a little bit, not quite like fully there. It's like I do like repair, salvage,
Oh,
that
yeah.
type of
And
thing.
she's like, I work in
So
logistics,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then probably ask like what company, maybe.
Yeah. She says, ice break.
Ice.
Ice break Inc. They do like shipping and retrieval. Nothing too glamorous.
I feel like they would actually be an actual like company.
Yeah.
So like I feel like Avai would just like nod along, like okay.
Yeah, you've heard of this company before.
Yeah. Like I know what checks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like, I didn't come here just to dance, if you know what I mean. Do you
What do you mean?
do you mind if I kiss you?
Ooh, let me think. How does Avaya take that? I think Avaya. I think if I would just like look around, like not moving her head really, probably like
Mm-hmm.
she's hearing like all this music, like seeing other people like dance, have a good time, and I think besides like of Moray, I would say like this entire environment's like a little uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
She's still out of her depth. But with Moray being an android, there's this bonding familiarity to it. And so I think she wouldn't say anything, but I think she'll just nod a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, she leans in, puts a hand underneath your chin to tilt your head up and gives you a kiss. And the whole party, everyone sees this.
I trying to think what kind of grip, if she has a grip, Afia has.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get rid of 2 stress.
Fuck yeah. I had like checks notes, 6. I would say Afia would like have like, considering Maury's like probably taller than Afia, I'm guessing. How much are we talking here?
He's like 6'1".
Okay. It's like a couple inches, alright. I would say Afia would like, I mean, she's like what, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", around there. So probably have her other hand 3. And she probably just has the other hand like around one of her Maury's other arm.
Okay.
I feel like if I would like pull away after like a bit,
Okay.
but like she wouldn't show any signs of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of that. I guess in other words, I could just say that was interestingly different. I never really kissed anyone before.
Honestly, I haven't either.
Really?
Yeah. It was nice.
You seem so experienced.
She laughs. My friends say that all the time about me, but honestly, I'm mostly just swinging it.
Well, I think you're doing a good job of that.
Oh. This might be a bit forward, but do you want to leave? There's a park nearby that you can see out into the stars. A little bit more quiet. We can talk better there if you want.
I do enjoy gazing at the stars. I think I would enjoy that rather than here.
Good. Me too.
Hold on, I need to think here. I think Fia's gonna like look at the party, and I kind of just want to like read their faces.
Okay.
Like I want to.
You see Jason stops dancing for a second and pulls off to the side and texts into the, like, looks at her, not with concern, but just like seeing the look, understanding what's going to happen next. And you just see in the group chat, text if you need someone. I'll be there. And have fun.
Joy culinary. Wow.
I think you see Moray turn back and wave towards her friend, and her friend just like holding a beer is just like, he's like, what? Like, he waves back and he's like, he mouths bye? Have fun? Thought we were doing a. Okay. Just starts drinking and it's like, wow.
I think if I would see Remember Love Before Realist Time as Skip just sent, and just like click like the thumbs up button, and should type in the chat, we're just going to go talk and look at the stars.
Okay. Turn on your location if needed. Finger guns.
But yeah, she's gonna follow Moray.
Okay. Yeah. Moray's gonna lead you to that park. And we will call this session here as the two of you sit on a bench, staring at the stars together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger like that.
Stargazers.
Damn, what a lore session. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good session. Y'all had fun?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
I know you
Good
didn't.
lord.
I know, Cypher, you didn't do like whatnot, but I feel like the roleplay you did was super punchy.
It was really good. Yeah, me tearing up a little bit.
It was so good.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
The lore of Galahad gets revealed a bit. But yeah, some fun stuff. Heidi gets a new mech, so that's exciting. And who's this mysterious new lady? Yeah.
The fun.
begins. Yes, I hope all you listening had fun too and enjoyed this session, and we will see you next week for some more Tip of the Spear. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.